fair? It's 95% boredom hanging around, 5% pure mayhem.
Thousands of people around the UK are obsessed by one thing: trying to see as many species of birds as possible.
Somebody always wants to be better than somebody else, and it's one-upmanship all the time. It's the equivalent of like, I can drink 9 pints of beer, you can only drink 4.
There's people out there trying to beat you. People would love to get me as a bird and they get a bird, but that would give them so much satisfaction.
Top level twitching certainly isn't gentle. You don't get to the top unless you're selfish and totally dedicated to it.
Come on, hurry up! It's naked!
And there's one man who's made it his mission to monitor their every move.
I'm known as judge, jury and executioner. I'm a maverick. You know, I don't take what people say as fact. Birding is my fulfillment at the extreme, at any cost, to anybody.
It's the start of the autumn bird migration, the highlight of the twitching calendar. It's when rare foreign birds can get lost and end up on our shores. And it's those birds that twitchers are desperate to see.
Twitching's really another sport. It's just a collection of bird names that you've seen. And the person seen the most bird names goes top of the pile.
Like a league table, an online record called the Life List ranks each twitcher by the number of different species of birds that they've seen in the UK in their lifetime.
This is the ranking, so that's number 1, Steve Gatlett, 576 birds he's seen.
There are no prizes or medals, there's simply the kudos of being number 1.
Gary Bagnall, I'm in position 260 in Britain, so there's 259 people that have seen more birds than me. This hobby isn't just about birds, it's about birds and people, because they go both hand in hand. This guy's green in italics, that means he's dead. Died. Never ever made 500. I hope Gary Bagnall makes it to 500 without. I hope he makes it.
Gary, who's an accountant from Sussex, has got 494 species of birds on his list. But he set his sights on something bigger.
I simply feel that you get a different class of bird watcher as a Premiership twitcher and a Championship twitcher. So,
Premiership?
Not quite yet. No. I reckon I'm still Championship. I don't think I've achieved anything in birding until I've hit 500 birds.
Twitchers start their lists with the most common birds, but to climb the rankings, they need to chase the real rarities that might only appear once in their lifetime.
I feel like I'm finding myself when I go for it. It eats up on me. There's a bird in the country I'm seeing flying in a completely crappy mood, so I've actually made plans to go.
A migrating bird can fly off at any time, so getting to it immediately is crucial.
When these sort of birds turn up, you just got to be able to drop things and go. These birds are lost individuals, and they will go. They're not there forever.
This is a film about some of the most driven twitchers in Britain as they race to get to rare birds over 6 weeks during the autumn migration.
I can feel like an ache in my chest and my throat when I'm going there. I just want to do it that much. I really feel a need for it. It's almost like a drug.
Unlike Gary, Brett's already seen 500 species of birds. In fact, he's got 528 on his list.
If it doesn't hurt you to miss birds, then you're never going to get a big list because you won't try as hard.
But Brett's about to retire, so he's on a quest to increase his score whilst he still has money to twitch with.
So you'll go to any lengths, really?
Yeah, well, I haven't murdered anybody yet, but yeah, almost any lengths, yeah.
It's an absolute high, it's a buzz, it's an adrenaline buzz. There's just something about birds, it's just, it's like nothing else.
And the Craig family are facing an even tougher challenge, trying to see as many birds as they can in a single year for what's known as a year list.
When you're focused on trying to see a bird for your list, that in itself is actually stressful.
is it still going to be there? We've gone all this way, should we have come, should we have bothered? And then when you do see it, it really makes it worthwhile.
A bird called a sandhill crane has just been spotted on Orkney. It's a chance for Gary to add to his list and climb the rankings.
It's an immense rarity. It's a big bird. It's come a long way. It should be going from North America to South America, and it's coming to Britain.
Now all he's got to do is drive from Sussex to the other end of the country.
I want to be part of it. I don't mind the 15-hour drives. I want to see this bird. It means an awful lot to me to see it. God, it just makes me so excited just thinking about it. Sandhill, bloody crane. Oh! It's unbelievable, isn't it?
Gary's place on the life list will depend on how many other twitchers see the bird. Keen to find out who else is going, he checks in with Lee Evans, Britain's self-appointed policeman of twitching.
Many people going for this, you know? Is that all? Crikey, that ain't many, is it? Does Batty need this? Okay, Batty, Bonza needs it, I take it? Does anybody know that I'm going? Alright, I know. Alright, matey. Cheers, Lee. Bye.
What's that?
That is LGRE. Mr. Lee Evans.
What are you saying then?
He wants everything as accurate as possible. He likes to record how many people see birds, keeping track on what people are up to. And he's a very suspicious individual, he doesn't trust people.
Well, a lot of people don't like authority, do they? They don't like someone that self-declares himself as judge, jury and executioner, making decisions on their birds.
Lee Evans monitors which birds are seen where and exactly who's seen them. It's made him a controversial figure among some twitchers.
I'm the equivalent of George Michael in the birding world. His life, the way he's led his life is exactly the same way I've led my life. My name is always mentioned with notoriety or anything that's contentious. My name will be put forward. 13% of British birders are cheats, unfortunately. They want to cheat the system. And then you've got quite a few that are incompetent. It's like the male collecting instinct. Listing for them is just that. It's just an extension of train spotting, bird spotting. It's just numbers, isn't it? It's the numbers game.
It's 6:45 a.m. and after an overnight drive, Gary's finally arrived at John O'Groats.
Word, it is chocolate different.
From here, he still has to catch a ferry to get to Orkney to try and see the bird.
I've been driving for 12 hours and 45 minutes without any sleep. So 2 cans of Red Bull and 2 packs of hula hoops and a sandwich. There you go. Can be done. See if there's Sandhill crane in there. In this book. Trying to put my gloves on, I can't turn the pages. Crimson grey with diffuse spotting. Breeding birds acquire rusty tone above, on back and wing coverts and on head. Nice.
The difficult journey hasn't deterred other twitchers. More of them than Gary was expecting.
60 twitchers, I reckon, approximately. A lot more people coming.
But many have phoned in sick at work, so aren't keen on being filmed.
Today you've got big lists here, you've got people off sick, so you won't get the most funniest of bunch people out today. But everybody's in the same boat, they're all come for it, they're all keen.
Like chocolates on it.
Sussex here. Oh, a few faces I don't recognise. How far's the walk? 26 miles. That was a day. That's pretty foggy there. Well, I'm trying to see where there's a lot of people watching. Hopefully the birds over there. Wow! What's going over there? Absolutely marvellous. The red colour on the face is really good actually. Perfect. Distant, but you can see the bird.
Now he's seen the bird, Gary needs to be sure that Lee, Twitching's policeman, knows he's ticked it.
Hi Lee, you alright?
How you getting on?
Yeah, we've had the bird. There's 60 people, Lee, it's alright.
How many?
60.
60 people.
60 people connected, yeah.
Gary's made the long trip to Orkney to get an extra bird for his list. But with 60 other Twitchers seeing it too, Gary's overall place in the rankings won't have changed.
Every year, people are getting bigger lists, and new birds are getting very hard to come by. So they're actually, people are coming to all these obscure locations. It's just a bit of a shame when you come here, you just can't do it to yourself. It's not an exclusive club like it used to be, the Sandhill Crane. It's now unblocked for many, many people.
Still got 7:05 now.
Oh yes, 5 to go. Will you soon get 500 this year? Don't know.
As the autumn migration gets underway, a rare bird could turn up anywhere, anytime. Twitchers are relying on the army of bird watchers who scour their local areas on the lookout for the latest arrivals.
The major rare birds, the rarest of all, are nicknamed megas. Some of them get lost, some of them wind up here totally unexpectedly, and you get that thrill of, wow, look at that. It's just come all the way from North America, Asia, Africa.
Rare bird like this speaking.
When a rare bird is spotted, it gets called into a hotline. And a pager service costing hundreds of pounds a year alerts Twitchers to the breaking news.
Do you know which way it went? He didn't even see it. He heard it.
Mr. East Blackpool is about 350 kilo.
Hi, is that Steve? I couldn't quite catch where you were.
You never know how long these birds are going to stick around. When there's migration going on, any Twitcher is always on the alert for something interesting, whether just down the road or at the other end of the country.
Brett Richards is one of the UK's top 20 Twitchers. He used to work as a North Sea trawlerman, and today he's come from his home in Hull to Flamborough Head on the Yorkshire coast to search for rare seabirds.
Lots of people say to me, it must be relaxing, but relaxing is something I just don't want to do at all. I hate relaxing. I want excitement, and I find birding exciting. 155 I got. You just never know what's going to fly around the corner.
What's the point of making a list of all the birds?
There's no point in anything, is there, in the universe? I mean, we're all just here by accident. There's no point to anything. It's just whatever point you want to make for yourself in life. If you ask most people what they want most in the world, they'd probably say something like world peace. But I mean, that's only a start. People want world peace so they can live their lives the way they want to lead. In my case, that's seeing as many birds in Britain as I can. Sandhill crane's still there. Fan-tailed warbler's still in Kent.
What else have you been into, Brett?
Hake fishing, bodybuilding, drinking. That's it really. Got a fool me going south first one of the day. So I've always been interested in nature, and then I packed it all in for 23 years. I wish in retrospect I hadn't drunk so much and carried on birding. But whatever I do, I have to do to extremes.
When I first met him, I was told he was the maddest birder in the country, and I said, I know that. Discovered that within a day.
Got married in March because March is the worst month for birding, so it was the least likely month in which I would have to postpone the wedding because of needing to rush off for a bird. We got married in the morning and then went birding in the afternoon. Do you remember Alice at work? She always saying to me, you want to take Cynthia for a proper night out dancing or something. So I went in next day, I said, took Cynthia out last night. I said, oh, where did you take her? I said, to Sewage Farm.
I wasn't expecting anything more, really.
Brett has his heart set on adding to his list this autumn. At 64, he's just months away from retirement, and with few savings, he won't be able to afford to twitch for much longer.
Is it going to be strange retiring? Will you be able to go twitching?
I will for a while, and then I'll, I don't know, I'll have to see how I can make some more money somehow. I am a bit concerned because if I can't go twitching, I know it'll hurt me a lot, you know.
Do you think twitching is sort of more escapism?
Yeah, it is. It's a very, very weird experience because, you know, from the time that pager goes off, there's a rare bird somewhere, you get transformed into this world of sort of make-believe. It's a very weird sensation, and you just feel so happy. It's an adventure, it's a journey, it's everything. You know, you don't know what's going to happen.
Do you forget about the problems?
I'll tell you what, I've got no problems when a bird turns up. I don't think, there's no problem in the world. I forget that I'm married, unfortunately, and I've got a child. Even that I forget.
The autumn twitching season is in full swing, with rare birds being spotted all around the UK.
In opposite the during the yellow-legged gull was just again.
But whilst twitchers are focused on the birds, one man is obsessed with checking if the twitchers really are seeing the birds they claim.
You mentioned the word Lee Evans and it polarises people. My job is almost like being like the Prime Minister, like being Gordon Brown. There's no one that polarises people more than me. You know, I've always been the policeman of British birding. You can't have a free-for-all. You know, I've always prided myself on being the boss. I love what I do, but it's the people around it that make it sad. The people bring it down. A lot of the birding is all about the psychology of birders. You have to get inside the brains of birders and the psyche of them to learn what they're all about. And I've spent a whole career doing that. And I can identify these strange bods that are going to commit crimes, birding crimes, straight away.
Lee doesn't just keep tabs on the lists. He's also one of the UK's keenest twitchers and has ranked himself as 7th on the life list. Lee's dual role has proved controversial.
Lee, if he's a competitor, can't be an uninvolved referee. It's an impossibility. You can't do both jobs. It's like one member of one of the teams acting as referee. It's a bit like putting Dracula in charge of the blood transfusion service, yes. I think it's something to do with self-aggrandisement. It's sort of, he wants to feel important, but, I mean, maybe, you know, big fishes in small pools or something.
I make my own decisions, and I act upon my own decisions, and if that makes me very unpopular, then so be it.
If you fight with Lee, it can become quite a problem. nested objects. Today I'm going to see an Azorian yellow gull. You don't get many Azorian yellow gulls in Britain, so this is the second one ever.
So this will bring your list to
497.
Gary's come from Sussex to Oxfordshire to look for the gull in a rubbish dump.
I'm Gary Beckham.
Yes.
We've got a good chance today.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been here for a few days now, isn't it?
And also there's big numbers, so I think we've got a good chance.
Yeah, I'm quite
The
excited.
more people look, the better. See what we're looking for, basically it was black. And the important thing is P10 on this bird is still growing.
Right.
Even for the most experienced twitchers, identifying birds is a difficult task. And this gull is somewhere amongst 2,000 others of different species.
Pretty sure I won't find them, but I will try. I'm pretty useless at catching skulls. Here, is this it? I think I've got it. That's it, isn't it there? Wait a second. No, it's a lesser black. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen it, no.
It's really dark. Yeah, it's on its own. Look, right in the middle.
I don't think that's it.
Oh yes.
Yes, that is it. I was on the wrong bloody bird. I've got it. I've got the bird. That's it. I'm happy with it.
Hang on.
Yeah, well done, thank you. That's great.
I better ring this guy.
I'll ring up Lee.
Yeah, you must.
Hang on.
Lee, we got it at the pool.
Oh, you got it?
Yeah. Okay.
Lee Evans is on his way down to verify the bird for the list. He's just half a mile away. But 15 minutes after the group first spot the gull, it disappears.
Hi, Lee. We've lost it at the moment. Who's actually got it at the moment? Nobody's got it. No, it's been lost at the moment. Where are you now? Well, you're at a different pool, Lee. It's definitely gone then from here.
Well, I can't see it now, so I presume it's gone. Yeah.
I did see it, but I'm a little bit annoyed I didn't get all the features on it. That's the annoying thing. I'm just glad he got a picture, because nobody would believe it otherwise.
Really? Nobody believe it. I bloody well saw it and identified it.
You know, when Lee gets here, he says, no, you lot didn't see it. So yeah,
I got
at least there's a picture of it. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. Hi, Lee. I'm back in the field. Well, no, it's raining at the moment. I'm still stuck in the car. It's not the right bird. But how do you know you're looking at the bird that we saw? Everybody's adamant they've seen it, Lee. Speak to me a bit. This always happens, you know. Every time he goes on Twitch, but especially a difficult bird like these little gulls.
Lee's arrived, and the atmosphere on the Twitch has completely changed. Lee's convinced that everyone was looking at the wrong bird this morning.
When you're telling someone that they haven't seen something that they believe they have, that's where it causes all the ructions. But a lot of these guys just aren't interested. They're not going all that way to get the tick and then come all the way back again. They're coming back with the tick regardless. Yeah, I find it very depressing. Extremely depressing. You know, when I turn up at a rarity, you can almost feel that aura of all the tongues talking, all the voices talking about you. You can actually feel it as you get there. You can see the little crowds of birds are saying, "Oh, there's Lee Evans over there," all this sort of stuff. You just know that they're talking about you.
I think it's a bit deranged myself.
You don't associate with Mr. Evans?
God, no. I think there's something wrong with it. It's an obsession, but it's more than an obsession.
Finally, the gull reappears in a nearby field. This time, Lee's there to see it, so Gary can claim the bird for his list.
It's there. Just want to see it more if I can. Oh, yes. Yeah, I saw it, yeah. Yeah, I saw it earlier. It was the right bird, but I just wanted to see its primaries, Lee. It is the right bird we had.
Yeah, towards the right-hand end of the floor.
A little bit of a more.
Yeah. Everything's fine, yeah. Yeah. So, I don't want to fall out of him. Everything's fine. You're never going to fall out, really. Cheers, Lee. Take it, mate.
Gary's probably one of my closest associates in birding, and I really like him, but I would still never let him into my inner circle as such, because I don't trust Gary. I guess he's probably loyal, yeah, but I still couldn't trust him.
I know, for me associatively, I know it probably causes me problems with certain people because they don't like him. Unfortunately, this is what happens in this hobby. People get very stressed.
Why? It's only birds.
You say it's only birds, but I can't sleep because of birds. Birds keep up at night. This thing caused me difficulties last night to sleep. 497. It's on the list.
The life list isn't the only one that Twitchers take seriously. There's also the year list, spotting as many different species as possible in a single year.
Whenever I get involved with, I become totally exhumed with it. It's quite a serious sort of obsessional behaviour with me.
Lee Evans adjudicates the year list and also takes part every year. Over the past 8 years, he's won it 6 times.
Really hardcore to make a year list.
If you want to win.
To do a year list, the Twitcher must spend huge amounts of time and money travelling the country, seeing every bird from the most common to the most rare.
You need absolute dedication for that, because it's really hard work. It really takes a lot out of you, You've got to have incredible stamina to do a year list. To do a bare minimum of 68,000 miles, it's 365 days a year. It's not the sort of thing for a lot of people.
Chris Craig is also devoting all of his spare time to year listing. So far, he's seen 310 birds and is currently in 2nd position, behind Lee.
It's just part of the way of life, really. It's quite normal. You're not focused on anything else for the weekend, so it kind of everything else drops away, and this is the focus, total release.
Chris goes twitching with his wife Helena and their 7-year-old daughter Maya Rose.
It's really important for us to sort of bird as a family. We all want to go, so it's sort of all or nothing really.
The year listing was a way of, I suppose, re-inspiring ourselves and motivating ourselves to go out and see birds sort of every weekend.
The target at the beginning of the year was to see 300, which I'd never done in a year, which is kind of a landmark, if you like, in the UK. So we all managed to do that by the end of August. So it's like, okay, we might as well carry on going, really. Just like see what we can get to, wasn't it?
When we got together, I remember someone pointing him out and saying, he's a twitcher, you know. And I didn't even really know what a twitcher was. I just thought, oh, there's something a bit odd.
Helena famously said to me, if you think I'm ever going to be getting out of bed in the middle of the night to go and see a bird, you must be joking. And look at her now. Everyone gets sucked into it eventually.
The Craigs have been taking Maya twitching since she was 9 days old.
Her fourth word was birdie, and she was actually pointing at a black lark at the time.
And this year, she's also made her debut on the lists.
Do you want to show your list?
Oh, do I have to?
No, you don't have to, but I can. I'll hop on this money.
No, log on as me. It's my list. I'm off the list there.
Oh, I don't think you are.
I'm second.
Were you first before?
Yeah.
Why has that changed?
Because Lee updated.
But competition from such a young recruit has ruffled a few feathers. An anonymous email about her was even sent to a listing website.
And what did someone on Surfers think?
That we're just putting random birds on there and that I should have my list taken off.
Did they not believe that you'd seen a black-browed albatross? Is that the problem?
Yeah.
What, because you were 7?
Yeah.
It's Saturday morning, and like every weekend so far this year, the Craigs are heading off from their home in Somerset to see as many rare birds as they can, wherever in the UK they may be.
Which bird are you off to see now, do you know?
They don't usually tell me.
It's a surprise.
Yeah, it's usually a surprise. How long are we going to be out?
As long as it takes.
I'm hungry! Come on,
First stop, Warwickshire, to look for a rare bird called an aquatic warbler.
What do you need to be a twitcher?
You need patience and good eyesight.
Have you got patience?
Kind of.
Have you got good eyesight?
Yes.
Ridiculous optimism.
What's that?
Being very hopeful. Believe
Always looking on the good side.
I'm hopeful on quite a few birds, but I'm not hopeful on this one.
No. It's probably right.
Have you seen the bird? No.
Dad, can we go now? There's definitely no sign of it.
No, the sun's come up, Maya. It's not there. No. I think it probably went yesterday daytime. Go on then, Han. You've been a good girl, really. It gets a bit boring, doesn't it, when you're standing around.
Undeterred, the Craigs forge on, ever hopeful of finding new birds for their lists.
Spotted Craig at Lady Walk Nature Reserve, showing 410 here.
In just one day, they've travelled from Somerset to Warwickshire, Lancashire and the Lake District.
The yellow-billed cuckoo is not in the vegetation where it roosted.
Now, just 24 hours after leaving their house, they arrive in Scotland, 450 miles from where they started off.
Work's so busy, life's so busy, but then we actually can get away from it because there's this other passion in your life that takes over completely at the weekends. It is like going on holiday. It just feels like another world.
The family are aiming to see a flock of tiger bean geese that have just arrived in the UK.
Come on, because they might fly off. Come on.
They won't.
What are you reading, Maya?
I was looking at a bean goose in this book.
Is that your Collins?
Collins Bird Guide.
Is that one of your favourite books?
One of our favourite books. I spotted it!
Can you see its bill?
Yes.
What colour is that?
Bright orange.
Can you see anything else? Any other colour on its bill?
A blacky bit.
And a bit of black on it as well.
Can I have my breakfast now?
Have a look at the bill again. Yeah. I'll get you your breakfast.
It's orangey and blacky.
It's over halfway through the autumn migration, but for once the pager is quiet. So Gary is spending a day with his family.
What the plan is, when I'm too old to drive a car,
Oh no, not that.
What's gonna when I'm 42 now, when I'm in my 50s or say 60s, her husband, when she gets married, is going to drive me to the birds.
Do you tell your friends about your dad and his birds?
Yeah.
What do they say?
Rubbish.
So sometimes your dad just takes off, doesn't he, to the bird? What do you think of that?
Not very good.
It's not very good.
No.
Why is it very good?
Because you keep going. You're not interested, you just go off the bed when it's something good.
That is true, I do go quite a lot. But
Don't stop going. I don't.
It's interesting, how it actually thinks that I'm over here for the family. I think I'm here for the family, but maybe I'm not, I don't know. I suppose the family think that I'm not very reliable. You know, she's not interested in birds at all, Kim isn't, but I can't blame her really. If she sees what it's done to me, she doesn't want to get, you know, obsessed about it. Cheers, Georgie. We should do this more often, really. Get the duck. I love the duck. That sauce they give you is really tasty.
You don't mind eating birds?
No. I'm not eating birds. The hobbies sort of do come first. I've always been a collector. I used to collect stamps growing up. I collected registration plates of Rolls Royces. Collected trains, registrations. But the serious hobby was plane spotting, and I was an 18-year spell of my life. I was obsessed with planes. I've never had any money, probably never will have any money, because I love spending money on my hobbies. In 2005, it was a very expensive year. I had the Kildare that cost 102 quid, 149 quid Chimney Swifting Islands, and that's the one that blew me out of the water. Roman-headed cowbird would have been dearer this year. If it did go ahead, the bird would have cost me probably about 600 quid.
You'd be prepared to spend 600 quid on a bird?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not? It's the price you've got to pay. If you want that bird that badly, you pay it. And
what does your wife think?
I don't tell her. I don't tell her what they cost. She'd go mad. So,
there's just a couple of weeks of the bird migration left, but top twitcher Brett still hasn't got a new tick for his life list. So he's blown £600 of his savings on a trip to the Isles of Scilly, traditionally a mecca for birds.
It's a rat warbler from Siberia.
But Brett's seen Rad's warblers before, so this bird doesn't count for his list.
Your list gets bigger, so there are fewer birds you need to see, so it gets harder and harder to get a new bird. I'm at the point now where maybe 3 a year would be a good average, 3 new birds a year. And a lot of them will be birds that nobody's seen in Britain before, so it doesn't advance you any, it doesn't put you ahead of your rivals because they'll all see it, you know. It's an idyllic place to be, and it's lovely weather, but you know, we've come here for the birds and really not seeing much.
Brett is only a few birds short of being top of the life list, but his age is counting against him.
I just want to get as high as I can. So yeah, it does hurt me that I'm limited by things beyond my control, really. It hurts me that I've not got better eyesight or better hearing, and it hurts me that I haven't got a better memory, because my memory's certainly not as good as it used to be. But you know, I'd love to be best in the world at something, preferably birding, but that can never be. I think probably a lot of men dream of being heavyweight boxing champion of the world, and I certainly do have daydreams about it. Yeah, it's something I'd love to have been. It's sort of the ultimate macho thing, isn't it? Heavyweight champion of the world. Alright, that's finished for today.
It's the biggest twitch of the autumn, and hundreds of people have descended on a quarry in South Shields. A bird has been spotted that is so rare that it's even made the national news.
It's only a couple of inches long, but it's set the bird-watching world all of a flutter. The eastern crowned warbler normally spends its winters in Malaysia, but it's turned up on Tyneside, the first time it's ever been seen in this country. The birdwatcher who first spotted it said it was like winning the World Cup.
The bird could fly off at any point, so getting to it in time is essential. The Craigs have driven through the night from Somerset to be in South Shields for first light.
It's the first time one's ever been seen in the UK. I can't remember the last time it's been a bird that's never been seen before.
Gary's dropped everything at work and raced the 350 miles from Sussex. But when he gets there, the bird has become jittery and disappeared from view.
Oh, it's on the top, right at the top of the edge, on the right hand side. Yeah, it's come out from view. It's on this side now.
What, down?
No, it's still in the same place.
Oh yeah, right out. Yeah. I can't find it. I don't know where it goes. I see it fly across. It's actually a lifer for my father.
That's a British tick. That's a British tick for everyone. It's the first time it's been seen in Britain.
I know.
Yeah, I've got it now. Oh yes. God, it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous.
Haven't seen Evans yet.
I haven't seen Evans. I thought he could be here by now.
There's no way for Britain's most famous lister to behave.
Lee Evans is still on the road, stuck in traffic.
Well, how far are you away from it now, Lee? Sunderland. Oh, you're almost here. You'll be here in 15 minutes, won't you? Yeah, it's in Sunderland. Oh, 200 plus. All right, Lee. All right, bye.
Almost every serious switcher has managed to see the bird. But Brett still hasn't had a tick for his list this autumn, and craves it more than anyone. He was still on the Scillies when the news broke. From the islands, Brett's had to fly to Penzance and drive up to South Shields. It's been a grueling 9-hour journey.
Right in the middle, against the fence, put something.
And with night falling, the bird has gone to roost.
I'm thinking I'm not going to see it tonight and probably won't see it tomorrow either. I haven't had anything to eat all day, I'm shaking like a leaf. I had half a cup of coffee before I left the house on Scilly and that's it. Absolutely bloody crap. Just kicks you in the teeth. About an hour's sleep last night, I just couldn't stop worrying about it, you know. Let's take a Propolis on the way here to keep going. I should have flown from Exeter, bastard. Shit.
Brett travelled all the way to South Shields from the Isles of Scilly. But the Craigs are doing the long journey in reverse.
Come on, hurry up! It's a year to end the life off for me.
Fresh from their success with the Eastern Crowned Warbler, they're on the Scillies to search for more birds.
Right. Looking around. Just in here. 4 foot off the ground, looking around in the bracken.
What's bracken?
Maya and her parents are still second in the year list rankings to Lee. He stayed on the mainland to look for birds for his list.
I don't really take any individual seriously under the age of sort of 10 really. Because they're still growing up and, you know, whether or not they're taking any interest in what they're seeing is debatable. Now whether or not Maya Rose will maintain an interest, who knows, you know. She's only 7 years old, so she's a very nice young girl, you know. But you find with keen birding parents, they try and nurture their children into the hobby. They like to sort of present this aura that the whole family's a birding family. And then when the children grow up, you never see them again. If you force something upon someone, you will very rarely find that they will, you know, they will take it on. You know, people have to make their own decisions in life.
You can't make children be interested in bird watching if they don't want to be. It's not about getting Maya's list to some high number so that she can be some protege birder. It's really not, because chances are when she gets a bit older and she starts wanting to go to parties and things, it'll slow down a bit. And yeah, the aim is really for her to have an interest so that it stays with her.
Have you seen this goldfinch? It's just on the weird thing.
Yeah.
Really nice to hear that. You've been after it?
As well as Maya, the Craigs are twitching on the sillies with their older daughter, and even their granddaughter.
Oh, Humpty Bump. You've got the crane on your list ready, haven't you? Start counting early.
Did you think you'd want to keep doing it as family for a while together?
No.
Yeah, I think we will. Well.
Because I don't want to.
What do you mean you don't want to? You enjoy it once you're out.
Do you right now? Well, I'm not enjoying it now.
The autumn migration is coming to a close, and Gary's giving it one last push to get to his target of 500.
Batman, Batman, Batman.
It's a Wednesday night, and Gary's abandoning his family again
See you, George.
to chase a bird with his friend John.
It's just like this every trip he gets lost. Can't find my house, can't find his phone, can't find his pager. I'm surprised he never sees any birds.
Right, John, they're here, mate. Shall I look after them for you? Let me look after them for you. Nothing, we might lose them. Let me put them in the car. Let me put them in the car. Sure. Let me put them in the car. I don't want to spend time losing them. You get in the car, you're okay, you got your passport.
Gary's off to Ireland, but this is one twitch that Lee doesn't feel the need to keep tabs on.
Gary's manic. As soon as he hears about the bird or reads it on his pager, he's off and doesn't think about the possibilities of it being there or not. He just goes. He doesn't listen to me.
Alright, Lee, I'll speak to you later. Cheers then. Okay, bye. So Lee's saying it's seen for a few seconds, and it's sort of flying in from sea, saw it, and then it's gone again. And he said my chance of seeing the bird was about less than 0.1%.
Well, that sounds like it.
I don't know why he does it though.
Not going there for a while.
What do you think?
Well, I feel that it's such a rare bird. The third record ever for Britain. We just got to go and have a look. I'm hopeful. You know, I'm really hopeful it'll be there.
It's 6 a.m. and Gary's made it all the way from Sussex to Dublin. But he's still got to drive another 4.5 hours to reach the bird, all the way to the west coast of Ireland.
Inishbofin we're going to. So the basic route goes from Dublin to Kinnegad to Athlone to Loughrea to Galway to Clifton, and then the boat to Inishbofin and back again.
Gary hasn't had confirmation that the bird is still there, but he's spending over £200 and driving a total of 600 miles to find out.
The biggest worry really is the bird perishing. It might just be absolutely exhausted. It just might not recover. If it's flown it unaided all the way across the Atlantic, sometimes they drop dead.
How confident are you?
I've gone from 60% to about 20%. As the minutes tick away, you get more and more desperate this way. If you've got every bird you meant for, it'd be boring. The chase would be too easy. You need the chase to be hard, to make it enjoyable. Those are the camels. Alright, let's go fast going. Oh dear. Oh, gee whiz.
Gary's been on the road for 16 hours, and he's still got another boat to catch to get to a small island called Inishbofin, where the bird was last seen. but he's just received a text from an Irish twitcher, and it's bad news.
It's moved from where it was yesterday. It hasn't been seen this morning by some Irish boys. So
He was right.
don't know yet, do we? There's still a chance.
How big is the bird? What colour?
It's brown. It's gone, isn't it? Let's go across and have a laugh.
Are you just going to let everyone else look at the bird now?
Yeah. I'm too tired. I've driven overnight. I've had hardly any sleep. But yeah, if I can get something to eat, I'll settle for that now. Right, let's sort ourselves out. I just didn't see the point in walking around and knackering myself out. There's 37 Irish guys, such a small island, it's not going to be here. They haven't found it, it's not here. So I'd look for it if they needed help, but you've done the whole island anyway, haven't you? You're off again.
So you're not going to go now?
No, I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered, Lisa. It's a waste of time. I might go on that store later.
Whenever I think of the birds I've missed that I should have got, it really hurts like hell, and it'll hurt till either I see that bird or till the day I die, you know.
Although he arrived too late for the eastern crowned warbler that made the national news, Brett managed to see it the next morning, just hours before it flew off.
As soon as you see it next morning, or as soon as it's on your list, then you're happy, then you can just relax and talk happily and just enjoy it, you know.
Brett's now got 529 species on his life list. But he's about to become a pensioner and is facing a future with less money for twitching.
Some people, how do you think Brett will cope once he won't be able to twitch anymore? I don't know. He won't like it. He's going to be miserable every time anything comes on. Desperate.
Yeah.
Will you give up?
Oh, no, give up what?
Twitching?
No, I mean, I'll still do whatever I can. You know, never give up.
What if you had an injury or something that meant you couldn't get out and about?
I'd probably kill myself.
I'll say that, Brett.
I can. I mean, you know, I can't just envisage sitting in the house doing nothing, you know. I don't think it would be easy for me. I think it would be very, very difficult.
It's the end of the autumn bird migration, and for twitchers, it's time to take a break from their lists. It's unlikely that any more rare birds will turn up in the UK, at least until the next migration, in the spring. The Craigs have seen 322 birds so far for their year list, and with the season ending, they've been spending less time twitching.
We're going to have a few days off.
I'll have a few more days off.
Give you Christmas Day off, huh? Maybe, unless it's really rare.
But Maya sometimes just look a bit bored.
Oh, I'm bored sometimes.
Yeah, I've stood for 5 hours or more waiting for birds before it's boring. The bottom line is if you're 7, you're going to demonstrate it a lot more. But then you get a high of seeing it, hopefully.
How have you found year listing? Would you do it again?
It's not something that I would want to be doing every year. Sort of hats off to people who do it year in, year out, but it's been good fun this year.
So is Lee number 1?
Oh, long way ahead. There's like never any doubt about that, honestly.
As far as I know, the whole family's come second, which is extremely good. Well, I think I've come first, but I guess it's just luck. I am a very strange person, I accept that. And I'm very difficult to get on with. But birds are my salvation. I can look to them and I can fall back to them. I care far more about birds than I do about people.
So here we go, and that shirt's getting on my back.
Gary's now seen 498 different species for his life list, but he's still looking forward to reaching 500.
Because I'm so close to getting 500 birds now, too short, I just thought it'd be a good idea, just like Terry got his goal that he scored that made him the top goal scorer at Arsenal. He just ripped off his shirt, and it was 143 goals, I think it was, or whatever the t-shirt said. And I just think that the day that I get my 500 bird in Britain, I want to just put this on and say, look, I've done it, I've sown 500 birds. The harder the bird, the more enjoyment I get out of it. I can't explain how it feels from the day that that pager goes off, it's a bird that you need, how excited I get inside, just the whole adventure to get to that bird is something that no other hobby will ever give me. Grey Pharaoh at Weirwood. I've had my eyes before, haven't I, Grey Pharaoh?
Everybody's heard about the bird.
Music coming up next this evening. Stay with us for Top of the Pops.